Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of SITWITH, where we get to give our opinion on stuff. All right, let's jump into what we have for you guys today. Today, we'll be talking about social media. So, I'll start with you, Mr. Enow. How would you define the role of social media in modern life?
Social media has been, I'll just describe it in one word, it's been revolutionary. It
Okay.
has changed the way everything has been presented, from TV to movies to music. It has changed from every form of information flow has changed through social media. So it's been a revolution.
Okay.
Actually.
Mr. Eyoh, do you think...
Yeah, obviously, we have almost the same opinion. I think it's a game changer. You know, in every aspect of in every field of studies out there, social media has brought a different style into the game. You know, it has facilitated stuff for us, and yeah, it's a game changer so far.
But what's your? I know you like TikTok. That's
Now, I haven't been on TikTok for like almost a week now.
almost a week. Well, what's your personal relationship with social media? Is it love, hate, or somewhere in between?
Love, hate, all. Anyways, my personal relationship with social media is more of looking for exposure. You get because social media exposes you as an entertainer.
Okay.
You know, I remember back in the days when the Sparkles and Zachary started comedy, not even comedy, in music in Cameroon. We used to have Walkman CDs. People used to walk door to door selling of their cassettes and stuff like that. But you know, with social media today, you can become a superstar with just a freestyle. You can sit in your room and do a freestyle, and the whole world will see you. You get. So I been that's the highest. That's my highest point of interest when I'm using social media, to get exposure for my talent. Yeah.
So do you think internet will be incomplete without social media?
I think not like incomplete, but I think it's going to going to be it's going to be a little bit boring, especially to this generation.
Okay.
You get, because to be honest, majority of the youths nowadays are more into social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook, and IG. People are not even interested in research anymore. The easiest way, and the high-tech people, the high level of those high-tech people, they have understood that these people are not interested in researches anymore. That's why they brought in the meta AIs, the series, to facilitate things for people. You just need to
It's not just about
But the
research,
thing
they are
is-
just assistants. It's just
People, I think people are doing more research nowadays because it's right there in front of your
there in
face.
front of them.
Yeah.
No, come on, you can't.
Wait.
In those days, if you don't
understand, I haven't refused that people are not doing research. I am telling you, now, like today, how many research have you done with your phone?
A lot.
Okay, that's
every
you, because you are in a
blessed
field of studies. You get. Take a common man who is out there, whose main interest is just to catch fun on social media.
If someone goes on TikTok nowadays, right? TikTok will show you this news, that news, geographical, politics, social, it's all on there. That's another form of research. It must not be like you going on Google to read things. There are people who don't like to read, but you can learn from different ways.
Of course, you can learn from different ways, but
that's also research, right?
No, of course, it's also research, but you cannot compare what is in Wikipedia and what is on TikTok.
It's the same thing.
No, I've not refused. It's the same thing, but TikTok is it's not more of that educative centered. You understand? It is more of, it's a visual kind of education that you can be distracted with what is happening in there while learning. You get. If you are reading something on the wall, let me say you are reading a topic on about something, you are doing a research on something on Wikipedia, you are focused on what you are reading.
The thing is, right, some people learn from reading. They understand reading more. Some people are more picture focused.
But that's not even the purpose of these social media platforms. That's not the purpose. The main purpose of that thing is for entertainment.
No,
it's for exposure.
Not just entertainment. It's just
entertainment is one aspect of the whole social media.
As a whole. It's just communication, entertainment, whatever, information whatever. It's
transfer.
just basic communication.
Mm-hmm.
So social media has come to, I would like to say, like I said, it's revolutionary, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it has changed the conventional media with the radios, the TVs, where everything was censored.
Mm-hmm.
Before a program goes to the radio,
Even now, it's still censored.
edit it
Even
and
now.
everything. And no, now there is a lot more liberty on the radios and the TVs because social media has taken so much attention that the radios and the TVs, they are now opening up a little bit. They are now being a little bit progressive and a little bit lax with their laws, because if not, everybody will abandon the TVs and there are some things that are going on TV, especially private TV stations. Back in the days, they were not possible. They were not possible. But because of social media, some TV stations and some radio stations are even bringing in what they get from social media and bring it into the stations. So there is that part of censorship that has been liberated. And even when it comes to music and movie industry, it has helped artists a lot, because we talked some time ago about the music and the movie in the entertainment industry. They were gatekeepers of those industries. If they don't like your face,
they won't allow you.
They will suppress your project. You get a music video, you get a music project, you get a movie project, you take it to Cameroon, or maybe, especially at the fact that you're from the diaspora. As you go back home, they just hate you. Your music goes nowhere. But now you can sit in your room, get a good song, put it out there. If it goes out good, you try to promote it if you can. If it goes out good, then it's fine. You wouldn't even need all those promoters. Right?
For your
look at Libianca. She didn't even make an official video for people. There was no official video before the music even blew up. It was just her in her room, in the studio, and then the whole thing blew up before she even went to places to have videos. I bet you if that girl carried that music without the social media, if he took it to Cameroon to people like Pete Bakadi and the rest, nobody would know her till today.
It will end on her lap.
Yes. Nobody would know her till today. So social media has done some sort of liberation to people.
So how in what way has social media helped you to stay connected to globally?
Well, globally, we have a lot of friends and family members and other people, schoolmates and people that you meet. That things like Facebook and Instagram and all the Twitter, which is now X, and TikTok, it's helping you to communicate with those people. Before, it was very difficult. I remember to go to a cyber cafe just to use the Wi-Fi just to use the computer in the cyber cafe to send emails. Because back in the days, it was always emails or call, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you're going 2 p.m. to call somebody in America, it's 6 a.m. or you're calling somebody in China, it's the middle of the night, what you have to do, you go there and you send them emails. And it was very, very expensive at the time. It was expensive. You go and pay 3,000 francs for 1 hour, and then the network problem will take away 30 minutes from the 1 hour, because the network was first quite slow.
Yeah.
So social media platforms have made it easy for communication, and information flow. I think it's been very, very revolutionary in that aspect.
Yeah, Mr. Eyoh, what do you think?
Well, yeah, like I earlier said, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. Nowadays, we're not refusing the fact that communication has always been one of the main tools of the coming of social media, bringing people together, easy communication and stuff like that. But if you look at this thing critically, you realize that nowadays, even about the educative stuff we're talking about, you go on social media and there are more content creators than teachers online.
Yeah.
So it's not, we are not
content creators.
No, listen. Of course,
no, he means
I'm not disputing the fact that there are no content creators who are doing educative program online. I mean, the content creators who are more into the entertainment milieu are more than the content creators. That is why TikTok even had to introduce a special section of TikTok for just educative purposes, because they themselves realized that no, this thing is going. It's not like this is not how we planned it. If you go to TikTok, has four different sections.
Really?
Yes, you have one main section on TikTok only for educative purposes. If you go to your For You don't see people educating people. Yeah. You go to your friends, only what your friends they put. You have what they call Steam. The Steam that is there is only for educative purposes, teaching and all the rest. You get but if you like now you have been on TikTok for long, but you don't know. Now there are people who are using this TikTok, they don't know about these stuffs.
Yeah.
But they are always focused on content creators who are dancers, who are comedians, who are musicians and stuff like that. You get? So we're not refusing the fact. To me, it's a game changer because it has brought a lot of exposure in so many things. There are so many guys in Cameroon here now that I know that do more of British accent content that they learn only from social media. They have never been to UK. They've never been anywhere. You understand?
Like two sexy Scott.
Like two sexy Scott. You see, they even see this. Yeah, in
shout out to
Cameroon.
Two Sexy Scott. He has a British accent. His content is doing the British accent.
British accent. People have never been to British.
Is he doing it for fun or?
Just
it's
his content creator doing it for fun and stuff like that.
That's his own niche.
He mimics the British accent quite well.
So it's a game changer, It's a game changer.
If you permit me, even if you look at the field of business, right?
Yeah.
Now you can get something, bring it to social media.
That's the next question I just wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you already started. So how do businesses and entrepreneurs benefit from platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn?
It has completely changed the world of advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
It has completely changed it because I'll give you an example. This filmmaker, Enow Eyoh, right? You see, most of those filmmakers, Mr. Ibus and all the rest, they were dying as poor people, but they did a lot of movies and they were not seeing monies because the mafia in the marketing in the marketing world, you do your movies, you give it to those marketers, they pirate your movies and they sell pirated copies and then they don't give you money. They tell you they can sell only 500 copies of your own, but then they'll pirate the thing and sell 5,000 pirated copies. Why those movie makers, all those Mama G's, they became very broke. With the coming of social media.
Mama G?
Yes, those people were very broke. With the coming of, platforms like YouTube, now Netflix is there.
And you think people like that, OGs will be well off?
Yeah, those OGs were supposed to be well off because they were the ones that pushed Nollywood into the world. They pushed African entertainment into the world. Now, with the coming of YouTube, it liberated the market. If you watch Enow Eyoh's interview, he said YouTube has come to rescue our African entertainment industry.
And that's why I see most of them, they've got their own private YouTube channels.
All of them are now going to YouTube channels, Enow Eyoh TV, this is TV, that TV, everybody is coming. You have your 2 million views, you have your 3 million views, you get your capital and you get some
that's a very good example, but does the Kame, how do they call the movie industry in Cameroon?
Not just
Kame is like a
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood. Yes. Without the coming of social media.
Do they learn from the Nigerian examples?
Of course they have. Without the coming of social media, we wouldn't even know a lot of Cameroonian
Do you know any of their private TV channels?
I know Cindy Emade has one.
Yeah, even Caro.
I know Cindy Emade. I know Caro has one. I know Bismarck. I know Bismarck has one.
Even Richard. Richard
has his own. Now, like he was saying at the time, 10-15 years ago, we just had Zachariah and Sparko.
Yeah.
They were walking around to sell CDs. They did a lot for the comedy. We had people like Fingon Chalala. We also had
Willie de Paris.
Willie de Paris. All
the
those people.
Willie de Paris. I haven't seen him for very long time.
But because back in the time, you needed gatekeepers, right?
Yeah.
You needed to organize shows.
But do you think now there are no gatekeepers now on the social media space?
There are no gatekeepers in the social media space. There are no gatekeepers in the social media space. You do your thing, put it on TikTok, it blows, you go viral.
So do you think social media will pay you enough that you don't need to do shows?
You can do show now. Now it has opened up the door a little bit because now the shows are going to go according to your popularity. Right? If you're doing good content, right, those marketers are even going to come to you because back in the days, they had nothing to lose because they were the only people controlling the ecosystem.
I don't think it's just so cut and dry. Social media does not pay well in some countries. Some countries, they don't even pay because you have to monetize in other countries. For example, like Cameroon, I don't think TikTok pays in Cameroon, does it?
No platform in Cameroon pays. No platform. No social media platform.
So social media in Cameroon can help you for...
Facebook has started paying in 2024.
Social media can help you with exposure, but your exposure still cannot bring any money into your pocket.
It is that exposure that gets you
endorsements
back
and
in
stuff.
The days, right? People need an MC for a birthday.
Yeah.
They need an MC. They will have to contact someone who will contact someone who is an MC, right? because they didn't know. Nowadays, the social media, your number is there. If you need to talk to Donaldo now, you just go to his TikTok and you contact him. You don't need to go to any person. You need to talk to a musician, to an artist now. You just go to his YouTube, his Instagram, whatever. You message them.
If I need someone like VDM, for example, if I need someone like VDM, then I go now to his channel and I write him.
You can write him on his TikTok page.
Like 1,000 people write him
in
one
his
day.
Email is there. No, his contacts are there. You go to his page, his contact is there. You can email him.
Are you sure that's the only way you can? I think that there should be a different connection.
No, what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. It is very easy for people to get businesses with their customers through social media. Unlike back in the days where there were people who had specific channels where you had to pass through them. You understand?
Okay.
If you had a lot of the content creators that we have in Cameroon now, the CGs, the Caros, the Copies, look at Sparko. Sparko stayed in Cameroon and he rose again because of social media. Sparko his career was already dead. Zachary, career was already dead because of social media. Sparko came back. He started pushing on Facebook.
Are those two back together? I saw a few videos online.
They are back together and they are trying to make things work. And I'm telling you what, the social media has brought Sparko back to the limelight and he's reaping the fruits of his labor.
Okay.
You understand? Without that...
On Facebook?
Yes. Sparko is doing Facebook Lives. He's getting a lot of engagements in Facebook.
So even YouTube does not pay in Cameroon?
He's getting a lot of gifts.
Even Facebook, I have to verify. I'm not arguing about that, but I have to verify.
No, late 2024.
See, the thing is, no, that's fine. The thing is, when it comes to... You see, even the issue of Sparko. Sparko is one of the comedians in Cameroon that has benefited so much from social media, especially Facebook. Because before
Sparko is the short one, right?
Yeah. Before Sparko even ever had his first ever thought to go even to Dubai or whatsoever, every time he comes on people's live on Facebook, he have one cry that's always telling Cameroonians, I am a legend in this industry. I've done this, I've done that. You should fix you out of the country and call me. He will always ask. Until the people in America started saying, the raw mamas, well, they started saying, okay, no, it's true, this man has belonged in the game. Let's bring him to America. That's how he came to UK.
That's more of a sentimental thing.
No, it does not even concern me. I'm telling you how social media helped him.
I don't need Pete Bakadi if I want Tizip and Chak.
Okay.
If I want Mr. Leo,
not if he's signed under Empire.
Well, if they are signed under, they're nice. But if there's an artist who is trying to push his music, you don't need some of those people. You go to Facebook, go to TikTok, whatever. You push clips of your video.
People don't even use. They don't even bloggers now are losing the market in Cameroon.
Yeah, exactly. Because
everybody is going.
We'll talk about blogging.
It's ignorance that is making people to even need some of these people. Because let me tell you one thing: there is you as an artist, you as a businessman, you as a dancer or whatsoever you're doing. Facebook, TikTok, IG, they have given you the opportunity to reach in as much as you have your money, you can use. YouTube. Even YouTube. In as much as you have your money, you can get your product to as many people as possible. You get it? Before in Cameroon, I saw Freeball Amar. Freeball Amar is a rapper. He came out, he's a Cameroonian rapper. He came out last week and he was saying that which kind of country this blogger they really give them money self will work with, nothing happen for your life. You take 500,000, you give it to bloggers to blog about your stuff. You don't even have up to like 50 followers. For that, from that money you have given them. At the end of the day, they have just posted their works and it's just there. But if you had taken that 500,000 francs CFA to run your personal ads on all these social media platforms, I bet you reach more than 1 million people.
But the funny thing is, social media does not pay in Cameroon, but you can promote yourself. You can put money in the social media.
Yes, you can run ads.
YouTube pays whatever you are.
Platform YouTube does not pay whatever you are in the world. YouTube does not pay in Cameroon. YouTube pay only in Western countries and some few of these West Midlands, East Midlands. Yes, it does not pay in Cameroon.
Okay, now there's a way people go around it, right?
I'm not going to say of course,
but the way people go around it. Yeah, right. That course. You and I know how people go around it. Cameroonian content creators, they do things and then
what of people who don't have that connection?
Well,
to go around it,
you grow. You find a way to go around it, grow, because it's easier than in the olden days where everything was through the. I'll give you an example. You know this Cameroonian movie Bad Angel. Have you watched it? See? But that was a very, very good movie. I think 2011, 2012.
Was it French or English
It's
movie?
English movie.
Okay.
And then we also
Done
had this
by
one before the
Agbo Gilbert.
Agbo Gilbert.
Mhm.
And then we had this other
really?
one before the sunrise. Before the sunrise was
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen
That
Before the
that
Sunrise.
Before Sunrise
that
is very
was like
good. Very good
2006,
movie.
7
Yeah.
movies like that. You
Yeah.
understand? Those are very good movies, but people don't even know them. Bad Angel, when it came out, they took it to CRTV. CRTV wanted to use the movie for free. You understand? There was no way for them to market the movie. Now there's YouTube. You get your movie, put it on YouTube.
And those are the platforms that are supposed to promote creators.
Exactly. Now I'm saying they were gatekeepers. It was difficult. You come out with your project and your project dies down.
Mhm.
Now those people can promote their projects on TikTok. They can promote it on Instagram. They can promote it on Facebook. And then you go to YouTube, you stream it.
Mhm.
Now Carol, who started with these little comedies and stuff on TikTok, on Facebook, now she's there on YouTube shooting out movies and stuff. So it has made the ecosystem
Mhm.
to be diverse and to be very open for everybody. Now we know so many Cameroon. You can't even count the number of Cameroon content creators. Back in the days, you could count the number of Cameroon comedians and actors and actresses with your 5 fingers.
Mhm.
But now you can't even count because there's CG, there are the twins, there's Mr. J and Painkiller. You have Joshi, you have so many of them. Donado, who is doing his own madness there, he's doing whatever he's doing there.
Mhm.
You have so many people because there is a platform for everybody to try to excel.
Makes sense.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
If you look at it in most African countries, and I'll take Nigeria for example,
Mhm.
you have so many people who do just a freestyle and it blows up, and their record labels are now looking for them.
Mhm.
You understand? Somebody like Portable, I bet you somebody like Portable will not be signed to a record label if his song didn't blow up on social media. There are so many people who will not be signed to record labels if their music didn't blow. Okay, look at this person, Scales,
Mhm.
who had Shake Body,
Yeah.
who is buzzing all over Europe and America right now.
Mhm.
His career was almost dead. He did Shake Body about 10 years ago without the social media. Now, because of one short clip on TikTok, he's now going to fly private jets with Barcelona players. He's now booking. They have booked him all over Germany. He's had shows all over Germany.
Mhm.
He's going to different countries because of something he did 10 years ago. Look at this other young Cameroonian guy, Bad Nova, who just did the Hala Madrid.
Mhm.
And because DJ Jogba posted it, it went viral. And he went to Santiago Bernabeu. DJ Jogba was the first person to post it. Even look at this Vivian thing with Prince Eme.
Yeah.
He did that song like 15 to 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it blew up now. Look at Elizabeth Teke. I think she was last 2 years ago that her song blew up again.
Yeah. Banga
So
Bush.
it's now bringing people who did it before, it's bringing them to the limelight. Look at this person with Brain Chatter who did Go 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 Go. You understand?
Yeah.
So all of those people, they have the opportunity and the means to push themselves out there without passing through those gatekeepers. All those ladies that are doing content creators, I bet you some of them would have been assaulted sexually if it was in those days.
Yeah.
Where you had people like,
social media too comes with the good and the bad stuff about social media. It comes with pressure also. So how has social media helped people find support communities, things like mental health resources and stuff like that?
it's easy. You get whatever you want on social media. The thing is that the way the algorithm works, right?
Mhm.
Whatever you consume, they keep pushing those kind of things to you.
Yeah.
And whatever you search, they keep pushing those kind of things to you. So if you're going through a bad time and you need mental health support, if you like any post about mental health
Mhm.
that you come across anyhow on the platform, they suggest more of those things to you.
Yeah.
If you search, you keep getting it. So it has made it open. Whatever you want at a particular time, you can have it.
Mhm.
So it's pretty much easy.
So do you think social media has made people more socially or politically aware?
It's obvious. It's very, very obvious because before people didn't know. Let me take it back. Before, people could not even understand what was going on in Nigeria. For a Cameroonian,
Yeah.
some Cameroonians did not even know what was happening in other African countries, West African countries, East African countries.
Mhm.
Some Cameroonians didn't even know that those countries were existing. But now they know realities of other places around the world.
Mhm.
Cameroonians see things that happen in different places almost instantly around the world because of social media. Because as it happens, somebody posts it, it goes global, everybody sees what's happening at a particular place at the same time. So it has opened up the world to everybody.
But do you think social media promotes a false sense of connection?
I don't think so. Because even without social media, there was a false sense of connection. Even with the conventional media, even in our day-to-day lives with people that you see physically, there are false sense of connection. You can see somebody, you think the person like you, but the person doesn't like you. So,
But Eyoh,
it's not that easy.
Yeah.
don't you think, in your view, right,
Yeah.
does social media fuel narcissism or unhealthy comparison online?
I think it's more of an unhealthy comparison, because social media has made it in such a way that people have gotten into so many things they would have avoided.
Mm-hmm.
Social media has gotten people into depression because of I want to be like.
Yeah.
There is a lot of fake life on social media platforms, and people take these things. People misunderstand visual realities to factual realities.
Yeah.
So the thing has made, especially in this generation, the Gen Zs have taken the world now is surrounded around social media for them. Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to be this. Everybody wants to be that. So it has brought a lot of, let me say, it has caused a lot of chaos in the social media space. And these things has brought in the introduction of so many evil practices on social media because people want to belong.
Before social media, we don't know evil practices.
I said on social media.
Oh, okay.
On social media. The amount of
before it wasn't so like widespread.
It wasn't too common.
It was common.
It was there.
It wasn't common.
On social media.
It was common. The fact was you were not seeing it. There were armed robbers in Spain, but now you can see the armed robbers.
No, that's not
they were prostitutes.
When I mean about evil activities, I'm not talking about use of society like robbery, killing. I'm talking about involvement before, when like in the early 2000s when Facebook was there. To even upload a picture was a problem. You get? To even have an account, you have to create for like days before you have it. But compared to now, everything, you can just use instant. Like 5 minutes and create a Facebook account. You go on Facebook, you see people start giving you like this like what these boys they use now to do, and these are stuff, Illuminati kind of things. I have seen the number of confessions I have seen in all these evangelist churches from social media in the past 10 years. My brother, you will be scared to even have a social media account. Like things are happening on social media. I am not
like
refusing the fact
use social media to recruit.
Of course, I am not refusing the fact that evil has been there before the coming of social media. I am telling you, as social media is evolving, malpractices are also looking. Even the other camp is just looking for a way to, how will this benefit our own camp? How do we use it to bring more people? How do we use it? Most of the children, you go down on social media, you see children of 15 years, 10 years, 11 years, they are riding, they have GLEs, they have Range Rovers, they have so many stuffs. How do they hustle this money? They hustle it online. How do they do it online? You have people from Mali, all these Burkina Faso, all this side, they will come, they say, I am Malam, this, I can multiply you money, I can do this. You just need to give me a picture, sign this thing. They do it ignorantly. Before it was not like that. You get? These are some of the ills of social media. You get? So this unnecessary comparison has made the social media space to be less comfortable even.
But is there a line people can recognize not to cross when it comes to these ills of social media?
I believe it depends on who is involved in whatsoever is coming towards the person. You get? Somebody like me, my brother, you have to be a genius for you to bring something like that to me, and I'll easily just fall for it. You get? The target for these things are mostly the ignorant ones
and greedy, not just ignorant.
Yes, greedy, mostly the ignorant and the greedy ones.
I don't think social media is that bad.
But how do you train your mind to counteract those type of things?
You have to first of all be aware that this space you are going to, there are two sides. you can. I have had even a friend of mine that I have has assisted with my little influence I have to remove from prison, even use my social media platform, contribute money from these people. And these people will still come out from whatsoever they are in, and they come out and still want to scam even you because they feel like, I'm telling you the truth, but this is realities of life. You see, the very social media that we use to help you, you are using that very social media to come back and do evil to the people that helped you. So it just depends. That's what I'm telling you. It depends on who is in the situation. I am aware that these things can happen. You get? So it's just all about the awareness.
But then again, it's you're not blaming the social media, are you?
No, I'm not blaming, of course.
Because you can still say that on our daily lives. Because even the pre-social media era, people were greedy, people were stupid, and people for all of those things were happening. Now the social media has just gone to expose it, and it's gone to put it out there. That's why I say the way the algorithm works, whatever you want, it comes to you. Right? It's garbage in, garbage out. If you put anything, whatever you attract, you get it. Because there were people pre-social media era, there are people who they'll meet you on the road, they say, I want to double money. They go to their house and collect money and give. And they scam them. On the streets.
Yeah.
You know, there are people who went into court and whatever they did pre-social media era. There are people who were doing prostitution, standing on the road and stuff like that. Now they don't need to do that anymore. They just
need to have a website.
But do you think social media, when it comes to the pros and the cons, which one outweighs the other? Or
I
is
think
it
the pros outweigh the cons?
That's because
even in real life, the pros outweigh the cons. Because the thing with social media is whatever was happening in real life is now a virtual world. It happens there. So if you are a pastor in real life, you will be a pastor in social media. If you are a pastor, if you're a prostitute in real life, you'll be a prostitute in the social media. So it just, if you're a greedy person, it will reflect in your social media. So it's just an interpretation or what can I mean? It's just a virtual reality of what actually happens in the world.
So let me ask you this here. Let's say you have a girlfriend. And your girlfriend is a sexy girl, beautiful girl, and she opens an OnlyFans, which you think is a bad thing.
OnlyFans now.
You open an OnlyFans, then now let's say your OnlyFans hits.
Yeah.
You think OnlyFans is a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
Outright. But if it hits and you're making like $500,000 a month, does that change to a good thing?
It doesn't change. We all have our values. You get. I'm talking on behalf of me.
Let me get the Enow in the light because he doesn't understand what OnlyFans is. OnlyFans is a platform where
adult content and stuff like that. He gets it already. You get. So if my girlfriend is an adult content creator. And she earns like 1,000 or 2 million per month or whatsoever from social media platforms.
And you retire early. She retires you early. Because on OnlyFans, you can do it with your girl in your house, or you can do it, or she can do it alone and you're behind the camera.
No.
You're the main director.
Evil is evil. That's the section of social media I don't like. You get it? Evil is evil, no matter how we twist it, it's evil. Let's not be my girlfriend.
So you prefer to work every day. You prefer to work every day to provide for your family than your girl having an OnlyFans and providing for everybody in excess.
Of course.
Oh, Jesus.
Of course. I'm telling you the fact. See, that's what I'm telling you. In life, people value and people have principles. You get. I'm a man of dignity. Like what I was explaining.
Most of the Gen Zs will argue against this, right?
That's the Gen Zs. That's what I'm telling you. The social media of today is not the social media of 10 years ago.
You're not keeping up with the times. Times have changed.
No. Times have changed, not me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, don't you think social media is some kind of an addiction that people should take very seriously?
People should take whatever addiction they are facing seriously. It's not just about social media. Whatever, too much TV. Some people can watch TV from morning to night. I remember back when I was in university, I had a friend who could watch TV from morning to night. We used to call him Look Post Talk Fee because he knew, yes, once you just open my TV Africa, he already said, now this film this way, now this film like, boy, how many hours you spend in front of your TV? So people have different addictions: smoking, drinking. whatever addiction you're facing, take it seriously and try to heal from it. Social media being one of them, it's nothing different.
Eyoh, is your dosage of social media healthy?
This question, I don't really know the right answer.
Don't
Because-
say no
because I
one
see
time.
you-
Don't
because-
talk one time say no.
Because I see you on social
and Donaldo,
media
na the
every day I open TikTok, boom, my
Gallivanting with
first
Donaldo.
person I see is Eyoh.
No, since I think for almost like 3 when was the last time you saw me on social media? Even
Yesterday.
Which post?
Maybe it's your old content that popped up.
I haven't posted for almost like 1 week now. I've not
Mhm.
been online. I went off because it's not really healthy.
But
Because
do you think
I'm on social media
do you
break.
think a healthy balance with social media is possible in today's digital world?
Healthy balance with social media. I
Yes,
think
because
it's
you
very
touch your phone, boom,
very,
it's
that's what I'm
there.
saying.
You touch this one, is there.
It's kind of it's difficult
Mhm.
because social media is the only thing that is keeping the world moving as in terms of
Keeping people in the Western world.
people in the West. It's not only Western world. I wanted to
else.
finish my statement. Not like keeping the world moving
I don't
as in
think
terms of economics and politics.
people in Africa they really care
Bro,
about social
bro,
media
before
as
coming-
much.
before coming to the-
idea.
Before
Mhm.
coming to the Western world, I was in Africa. Do you know how much that I was
You had
spending on
no
Facebook,
idea.
on TikTok, on IG?
There's even Facebook
You
free
get-
mode.
Free mode.
Back
They
home,
give
what
you
am I
all
saying?
free mode.
There's Facebook free mode back home. What am I saying?
What can I say?
So
You
you know
know?
stuff more than not saying. Bro,
Yeah.
there are people who were calling me from. I remember 2016, 2015,
Mhm.
where we had the Ezeka train accident.
Yeah, Sika, yeah.
Someone was calling me from Germany. That what happened? I got the news. I really got the news from someone from Germany. Someone was calling me from Germany, like, "Oh, what happened to the train accident?" I was like, "What happened?" And then I went online and I saw it before CRTV even doing the later 8
Yeah.
PM news or 7:30 news like that. I was like, okay.
But how do you think platforms on social media can be designed to be more mindful and more positive?
You see, the CEO of TikTok recently was in court. Not even in court, was in
Congress.
in Congress in America, and one of the main points the American government held him for wanting to bring down TikTok in America
Mhm.
is because they were telling him that he is giving educative content to his nation, to his people from his nation, and then when it comes to America, you're teaching them how to do nonsense. You are sending nonsense videos to them on educative videos and stuff like that.
Because
Come
TikTok,
on.
TikTok is a platform that
Oh,
whatever you
man,
research more,
No.
that's what they feed to
No,
you.
It's not just- it's
listen. Let's digest this stuff. You get.
I think that was
These
more
are
of a
not-
data thing.
These are not.
It's-
No,
they are
it's not
more-
just-
they are
it's
more-
not just-
more-
no, it's not just data. Those are the little regulations that you can talk about. The maybe the government intervention that you can talk about, right? Making sure that okay, this is a very powerful tool. How can it help the people? They can regulate it to make sure it help the people. In China, all the social media platforms, I think things like TikTok, they close at 12 midnight, right? Those platforms close at 12 midnight. Now, most of the content in those particular platforms are educational. That's by law. So they have to keep more of educational content, especially for the young people. That's the regulation that can come about. But in other Western countries, it is completely free.
Bro.
There is no regulation, no
Bro,
interference,
bro.
whatever.
This
so
is
people
you.
do whatever
This
they
is
want to
you
do.
talking. This is you talking. You are not the government. You get. We are talking politics. The government, they will do everything to get rid of anything they see as obstacle. You
Yeah.
get. It is their own,
Especially
there will
coming
be
from
any
China.
type of stupid type of excuse. That's the more reason. Okay, why did they go back and create a whole section just for entertainment? If all these things you are doing, you can find it on the main TikTok. Why did they dedicate a main this thing? Because they realize that these people want to use these things to hold us down. So we have to. If you are claiming that your children are giving them stuff that are not nice, let them go to the educative side. And you cannot stop me from creating content on my music. The CEO of TikTok cannot stop me from creating content on my music. That's why he created it for us. You get it?
But they
So
can actually stop you.
how would
They
they
can
stop
ban
me?
your page.
They can ban my page for doing
That-
content on my music. I'm not doing. It's not on. You are thinking.
It depends. The content with your music depend the type of.
That's why TikTok has regulations. They tell you before you post a content, make sure it's not against this. Make sure it's not you don't talk against this. That's why they will mute some contents. That's why they will send you warning sometimes to tell you this thing you're doing is against our rules and regulations. You get. But if I'm singing my music, I'm talking about my art, which is good music. I'm making a creator. I can sit here, I'm singing my song. TikTok will not come and stop me from doing it because the president of America has said that they are sending the Eyoh's videos to their children. He will tell you, if they don't want to listen to Eyoh's video, let them go and watch the mathematics classes there. Let them go to STEM or how do they call it? You do your stuff there. You get.
So before we get to the end of this, let me just ask the last question. Yeah, if you had to delete, one platform on social media,
presently,
which will it be and why?
Presently, IG, not get used. I delete my IG. What I do IG? I delete my IG.
I delete my bank app.
Why? You know,
because
why?
I just feel like IG is too IG is like what you always tell me. You are doing the old school hip hop. IG is like the old school hip hop, and TikTok is like drill and trap. That's taking over the world now. You get. It's not that it has not lost its value. It has just not evolved with time. That's why every day on IG, see people they are changing one or two to make it look entertaining, like even TikTok. Mind you, even when Facebook came, Facebook was even challenging IG. And the person that did TikTok was a student under Mark Zuckerberg. And he has even taken over social media with TikTok because TikTok has really transformed. TikTok can transform your lives in seconds. We have seen so many content creators out there who have become millionaires because of TikTok. They are more millionaires from TikTok than Facebook that I know. You get it? So another platform will see come down will challenge TikTok. So you see that the more we are going, platforms like Twitter, especially in Africa, my brother, Twitter, IG, people know they don't even have time for those things. Nigerians can be on Twitter and IG, because they use that's what they used to go viral then. Not in Cameroon. So what am I doing with IG? How many Cameroonians are having on IG?
And what's your point of view?
If I want to delete anything from my phone, I'll delete my bank app. Delete all.
So you're not making any money.
So before I wake up from my house, trek to Western Union. It means it's very important.
I saw one discovery recently and I was shocked. They gave a list of companies that are making more money in Cameroon recently, and Western Union was first. And I was like, are we even with the coming of mobile money?
They play.
Western Union is still making more money than MTN.
We have a lot of millions and billions from repatriations. Cameroon are doing repatriation, international businesses, trade. There's a lot of Western Union moves a lot of large sums of money in trade. People don't send 2 million, 3 million. People don't send a lot of millions in. Cameroonians all over the world. Cameroonians doing business internationally and stuff like that. So,
Anyway,
it makes a lot of money.
We've come to the
because
end
those things, first of all, right, they have very low cost of operations.
Okay.
So, okay. Finally, we have come to the end of this episode. Mr. Eyoh, do you have anything to tell our viewers, subscribers?
Our lovely viewers, we thank you all for holding us down. Thank you all for the support you have given us from the beginning of this journey right up to this point. We pray we stick together and grow together and do more amazing stuff in the nearest future. Please keep subscribing, keep liking and sharing our contents. Thank you. Peace out.
Peace out.